All right, we'll say Shalom. We're going to give all praises unto Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakak Wadash. Right? We back out of the park again. We're going to give double honors unto them apostles, bishops, and elders, the great millstone. Okay, Shalom to the hopeful elect. Y'all brothers got it.
I just want to get this real quick because, you know, Esau, Edom, mainly, you know, other nations too, they all merciless, but Esau, Edom mainly, that nigga is a merciless. Because I've been listening, you know, Benjamin songs and shit. You know how they call him vampire.
Benjamin, you gotta tell me that's just reggae.
It's like Jamaicans, you know what I mean? You know, I'm pretty sure you know Peter Tosh, you know.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, you know, that song Vampire pretty much going to how Esau literally, he just a merciless nigga pretty much, in that he just tries upon all creation. He just against everything that's good, upright. He's just an evil man, you know what I mean?
And he'll suck everything out of you.
Yeah.
He's stealing all the money from the people, overtaxing you. You know what I mean? That's where debt. We have an economy based upon debt and usury. Hey, that's why I'll go back to the vampire. You know, they try to say, Bram Stoker's Dracula, that was an anti-Semitic movie because it was an Eastern European who had a lot of money, you know what I mean, was sucking people's blood. Because that represented the Amalekites, okay, the small hatters.
This is James 2. This is one, James 5 too, but I'm going to read this one first. James 2 and 13, it says, for he shall have judgment without mercy that have showed no mercy, and mercy rejoiceth against judgment. And, you know, this is scripture in Proverbs. I need to link this with because it says, you know, pretty much, why should you charge a poor man when he's already poor? You're going to take his bed from under him. You know what I mean? This nigga, you know what I mean? This man's poor. He already can't afford his rent and his daily bread. And then you just come in without no mercy and be like, nah, you know, you can't pay this. I'm gonna add more money onto it. And then he gonna take everything from this man. You know
yeah, look at the rent prices. That's ridiculous, man. Yeah, a poor person can't even afford to live, but they expect you to do a good job of work, though. You know, but here it is. Your job pays you enough so you can pay your rent in your one-bedroom apartment that costs $1,200 a month. And you might be able to afford gas, and you might have some money left over for food. And they still going to tax you, even though you're poor. They're still taking, what, like 25% taxes or something? It depends on what state you live in, too. If you're in California, sorry for you. But yeah, man, they tax that. You know, we shouldn't even have to pay taxes. You know that's illegal anyway. But they do whatever they want. And if you want to go feed yourself, say you ain't got no money for food, so you can go do a little fishing. You can go fishing. Yeah, if you don't have a fishing license, bro, they'll give you a ticket. Yeah. You know?
Can't collect rainwater.
Can't
really have your own garden and shit and animals in the backyard. I believe that's illegal too. I don't know about every state, but
they just want total, complete control. It is going to get worse. It's not going to get better because we're going into the MOTB system. Okay? We're going to have AI ruling over your ass. Taxing all your monies. Well, now they said, too, what? If you put over $600 in your, PayPal or Vimeo, Cash App, they're taxing it now. You got to pay taxes on that. Yeah. And that's targeted towards poor people. You know, because poor people, we found out a way. Oh, we can get a little under the table money. Just hit me in the Vimeo or whatever. They locking down on that shit, man. They don't want you to have nothing.
It's James 5:1, but yeah, that's all part of the curses. Like the Lord said, be patient when thou change into a low state. So you gotta be patient because this is what the Lord said, that you shall go to your enemy in wanting of all things. I mean, try to get a little side hustle, but you gotta go through Esau. You gotta go through him to get your food, daily bread, and all that shit. But this is James 5:1. Go to now, ye rich men, weep and howl for your miseries that shall come upon you. Your riches are corrupted, and your garments are moth-eaten. Your gold and silver is
Yeah, these riches are corrupted. That Wall Street money is corrupted. You know how much fraud goes down on Wall Street. They stealing everybody's money, bro. They ain't gonna let you have nothing. All right? That's why soon you're gonna see they're gonna be jumping off of buildings. You know what I mean? They're the dude from Bed Bath and Beyond. Was that it? The BBBY? That dude, that company was going bankrupt. He jumped off a goddamn building. So you're gonna have more of that. But soon they just gonna be destroyed or thrown into slavery.
I got something quick. I don't think this is exactly what you want, but at the topic it says Proverbs 22 and 22. It says, rob not the poor because he is poor, neither oppress the afflicted in the gate. Yeah, that, man, that's fucked up. You know what I'm saying? You know, we all, you know what I'm saying, bummer lights and all that shit, right? You know what I'm saying? But just like, it's like the brother's going into, man, Esau robbed the poor. You know what I'm saying?
And then you
with all types of taxes and fees.
Fees, you can't even, just look at your vehicle. They know you need that car to get to work, bro. But they get as much money as they can out of you when it comes to that car. First, you got to get the driver's license. That costs money. Then you got to pay insurance every month. Otherwise, you'll lose your license. How much money is that? You paying thousands of dollars a year in insurance, especially if you're young. And young people don't have as much money. So it's all to keep you down at a young age. How much was your insurance? I know young brothers told me their insurance. I was like, whoo, 300. Who can afford that, bro? Especially if you're young. They're making sure they're trying their best to stop you from succeeding, man. Insurance is the biggest fucking scam on the planet, bro. And they pass laws that makes you to require you to have insurance to be able to drive.
Right, so check this out. You get paid, right? That get taxed. You gotta pay your bills. That get taxed. Your rent get taxed. You know, whatever other fees you got on the bills get taxed. You get food. That get taxed. You know what I'm saying?
Then when you go to the store and buy merchandise, that was like 8 cents on the dollar.
Right, that get taxed. Man, Esau's a fucking joke.
He'll tax the same dollar, 20 different ways. You go get gas, you get taxed on gas. You can look at the gas pumps at the gas station, at least here in Ohio, there's stickers on it that tells you how much is going to taxes. The gas would be way cheaper, without those taxes. That's another way they get you, the high gas prices.
I got something real quick. You good?
Yeah, I got a little more. Verse 3, the gold and silver is cankered. The rest of them shall be a witness.
Oh yeah, so the gold and silver is cankered anyway. The United States Federal Reserve note, it's not even the United States, it's a Federal Reserve note. That's a privately owned bank. That's not even part of the government, man. But these Fed notes are becoming more worthless by the day. And they're going to be even more worthless, when the missiles is coming out the sky. I read that again.
The gold and silver is cankered, the rest of them shall be a witness against you.
Up here.
And he shall eat your flesh as with fire, and then ye have reaped treasures together for the last days. Behold, the hire of the laborers who have reaped down the fields.
Oh, like people like BlackRock. Y'all know about BlackRock, right? It's all owned by the small hats. These top different hedge funds and financial companies, whatever. They just stealing everybody's goddamn money, bro. But they heaping, what are you getting all that money for? You just heaping it together for the last days for it all to get destroyed, man.
It says, which is kept.
Hey, what's that one scripture in Job 20? He swalloweth down riches, but he'll vomit them up. You know what I mean? All those riches you're swallowing down, bro, you're going to vomit all those riches up. Because that's what happens when you eat too much. What happens when you eat too much? You just said stuff, you're going to vomit. You just stuff in your face constantly, The Esau does that, with the money, trying to steal everybody's money, everybody's resources. He's going to vomit it all up, bro. Esau's like, what's that one dude on Spirited Away? Y'all seen that movie? You ain't seen Spirited Away? There's that one dude who was eating everything. Oh, never mind. Y'all going off. Y'all's going off, bro.
But yeah, all these different nations is hating this shit. America too. We already talked about Africa last week. How they saying, pretty much fuck America and France. Because they still in there being the colonizers. What they call them, colonizers? That they are. And then Jamaica talking about we should forsake America too. And and make our own shit because we hating your laws. India said the same shit. Like, man, you know,
Somebody just dropped the dollar. What was that?
shit.
Somebody just dropped the dollar completely.
Say they dropped the dollar.
Yeah, completely. I forget who it was.
Well, you got the BRICS system coming together. They all plan to, you know, to take over the dollar.
Right. India, they was saying, shit, I forgot. It's like, I forgot. Shit. Never mind.
Yeah, the Indians, they just shit everywhere. That's what they do. They're a bunch of stinking heathens.
They said they was going to forsake, because I guess a lot of their laws is made by Britain or whatever. Because, you know, Britain, I think it was Britain that they took over.
Yeah, that was part of the British Empire.
And they was like pretty much forsaking the laws. They said it's shitting on ours anyway. Like what the hell is, like, you know, I guess it was too harsh or some shit. Like, we gotta make our shit by our shit. You know what I mean? All these different nations are, you know, Israelites, we already been forsook this damn place spiritually, but all these different nations is starting to get tired of Esau Edom, not just America, but all you bloodthirsty Edomites, because y'all Britain, Russians, all you bastards are Edomites. Y'all just everywhere, destroying everything. But it says, read verse 4 again. Behold, the hire of the laborers who have reaped down your fields, which is of you kept by fraud, crieth, and the cries of them which have reaped are entered into the ears of the Lord of Sabaoth. You have lived in pleasure on the earth and been wanting.
Oh, you can go even to that, about how Esau's taking over the agriculture business, taking over farms. They come through with Monsanto. They got the genetically engineered crops. You know, what's that? They have corn that they genetically modified, so if a bug eats it, the bug will die. So what do you think is going to happen if people eat it? And they say, like, you can look it up. I forget, man. It was some crazy number, like 80%, probably more, of all corn is all genetically modified. And they got patents on genetically modified seeds. And they could, you know, pollute your fields too. You know, the wind could blow seeds and they could start fucking up, mixing with your plants. Oh, now you eating cloned cow meat. You know, they actually got cloned cows. Cloned chicken, cloned.
Store looking at some chicken breasts. I'm like, man, this shit is funny.
But it's all, you know, all for maximizing profits. Hey, and the American people too, they're a bunch of, you know, even 2/3 of Israel, they're a bunch of fat slobs, you know, because if people wasn't so disgusting, Esau wouldn't be able to turn a profit like that. Like, where's all these, who said that the other day? Where's all these wings coming from? You know, Jake eating all this chicken.
Where the eggs?
Where the hell's all these eggs and all these chickens coming from? You can't possibly eat that many chickens, and there still be chickens left. Hey, Jake would kill that cock and he would eat it, bro.
It says, you have lived in pleasure on the earth and have been wanting. Because wanting means you lacking. Like, how the fuck you got the whole earth in your hands and you still want more? I would make sense out of that shit.
There's never enough, because his belly can't be full. He got to have everything.
It says, ye have nourished your hearts as in a day of slaughter. Ye have condemned and killed the just and doth not resist them. And he doth not resist you. You know what I mean? And right now Esau is doing that metaphorically, because the scripture says in Sirach, if you pretty much take a man's livelihood, you pretty much kill that man. You know what I mean? Esau, I mean, even brothers might have, or people period, might have a job, you still pretty much take his livelihood because he can barely survive off that shit. You know what I'm saying? So you pretty much already killed the man before you actually physically do it. You know what I'm saying? But that was it in that James.
Shit, yeah. I mean, they take a big portion of your money from your job in taxes. Yeah. And then I'll go ahead.
Also, like I say, real quick, you know what I mean? You know, Esau, you know, he's paying all this money on the military. Like they said, for like the jet fuel, how much money they put in that, they can pretty much make everybody in America millionaires.
They just said they're about to send $20 billion more to Ukraine. $20 billion, bro.
Yeah.
You know, they can't pay reparations.
Right.
You know, I mean, we don't care about reparations, but you know what the reparations are, right?
You can send me a little.
Yeah, but I said we would like a check. Yeah, well, I ain't gonna get the reparations. They just say I'm a cracker. So that's fucked up, bro. So that'd be messed up. I want to check too.
I got something real quick, which this passage really talking about Israel, but you know, this applies to the topic at hand. This is Ezekiel 22 and 12. It says, "And thee have they taken gifts to shed blood. Thou hast taken usury and increase."
Oh, so that's how the whole United States economic system, London, the whole world operates on that usury. Okay, the interest rates. Why they always talking about mortgage? They say mortgage interest rates are about to hit 8%. I think they was just, you know, that's high. If you don't know, that's high as fuck, man. 8%. So the interest rates are going. The Fed raising interest rates. Interest rates are going up on everything. Okay, but interest or usury. What does a usury mean? That means you're using somebody. Okay, you're using and you're abusing them, man.
It's like nobody really gaining. When you think about it, nobody's really gaining because here it is. You know, say you get a nice corporate job or whatever.
Yeah.
But you still paying for school.
Oh yeah.
You still paying. That's what.
You got interest rates on the school.
Yeah, that's another thing, man. A lot of these people who so-called got money or good career jobs, they what?
They're in
quarter million debt.
More than quarter million, yeah.
And then
big money.
Yeah, hold on, but not only that,
yeah,
they go and get a house. What? Let's say 300, 400 grand. So now, shit, 500.
The average house is like 300 grand.
Yeah, exactly.
For a decent house, is like 300.
Yeah. So and then shit, they still got their family and shit. Oh no, let's not forget. Oh, we got to get an SUV because we got kids. We got soccer practice.
Yep.
That's another what?
More debt.
50,000 in debt. You know,
it's all debt.
It's all man. That's why when you look at the $100 bill, it says it on the bill. I forget how it exactly says, but it's pretty much. It says
Federal Reserve note.
Yeah,
it's a note.
It's a debt note, man.
It's a debt note.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like nobody here in America is really winning except the elites who own everything.
Yeah,
they're the only ones who really are living. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, a lot of the people. You're right. A lot of these people in these nice neighborhoods that you're jealous over. You're like, oh, I wish I was them. Like you said, they probably, $500,000, $2 million in debt.
Right. You might be broke, but they in debt.
Yeah. So, there is a difference between being broke and being in debt.
Yeah, man,
but there's no debtor's prison in the United States, at least not yet. Mm-hmm. You know, there used to be debtor's prisons. You know about that? You used to go to prison for not paying debt.
Oh, right.
Underneath the English rule. Right. That's why they send a lot of people, a lot of Irish, Scottish will come to America, even English will get sent to Australia, down in the Caribbeans. They got movies on it. What's that movie? Was it Seahawks? I can't remember, where it shows you they was getting whipped up in prison because they was in debtor's prison. They didn't pay their debts back. Somebody gonna come for that money, man.
Acting like this shit gonna come out of thin air, like, because probably then they probably give a portion of their crops or whatever.
A lot of top economists have been saying there's a debt bubble, and that debt bubble is about to pop because it's unsustainable. It don't even make sense.
Right.
How can everybody just be in debt, owing everybody?
And Biden's whole ass was talking about he's not going to increase taxes, but what he do?
Yeah.
He created inflation.
Yeah.
So ultimately, it's like shit. He got everything that they were so-called lacking.
You paying that extra money on them gas prices.
Right. Yeah, gas was about to be $4 again.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Here in Columbus, it was like $3.70.
It was like stuck on $3.67 for a long time, for a few days. Yeah. That's high, bro. I remember, well, we didn't know we don't do politics, but during Trump, that shit was like what, $2? You know what I mean?
Yeah. A little more on this. It says, and thou hast brutally gained of thy neighbors by extortion, and hast forgotten me, saith the Lord Yahweh. Like I said, this is pretty much going into Israel, but you know what I'm saying? This is what Esau doing too. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? He's using usury to increase, and everything he is getting is by greed. You know what I'm saying?
Everything they do is interest, man. On the stock market, they loan out shares at interest. They charge people. Bro, this whole country, every last thing is based on interest.
All right. I got something real quick. Leviticus 25:35. It says, if thy brother be waxing poor and fallen in decay with thee, then thou shalt relieve him. Yeah, though he be a stranger. Hey, that's a good cut for that. You know what I'm saying? How Israel can become a stranger, or be called a stranger too. It says, or a sojourner that he may live with thee.
Yeah, we sojourners.
It says, take thou no usury of him, or increase, but fear thy God, that thy brother may live with thee. Yeah, and that's pretty much, you know what I'm saying, for y'all who call yourselves Jews, right? You know what I'm saying? Y'all the Jews and all this, right? But don't they own the Krogers and all that shit? It's taxes and all that on all that food, right?
Oh, we all know about the kosher. The
Yeah.
kosher tax.
Right, yeah.
You see the little kosher symbol on all the food from the Orthodox Union and the different unions or whatever.
Yeah.
That's the hidden tax. They'll say that doesn't. They call that a conspiracy theory.
Right. And when you go into the Hebrew word for usury is nashak. Nashak. It says interest, usury. Interest on a debt. So yeah, how y'all the real Jews? Yeah, y'all own every fucking thing, but everything that you own get taxed. You know what I'm saying?
But look, the small hats, they say they are our brothers and they love us, right? Well, openly, that's what they say. Behind closed doors, they just say they want to enslave all of us. But they claim that, you know, they're such loving members of the community. They're such great people. You know, but here it is, they're charging everybody usury. And they're the main ones behind the financial system. Okay, but the scriptures say you're not supposed to charge your brother usury. But it does say that you can charge a heathen usury. But they claim to be the real Jews, so they justify charging us usury. That's how they do it.
Right. Pretty much.
That's what they're doing.
You got more.
Hey, you know, during the medieval days, you know, back to the so-called Dark Ages, you know, usury was illegal, right? That was illegal. You was not allowed to charge people usury. That was against the law. You go to jail for that, or whatever they did back then. Put you in the stocks, beat you, whip you. I'm sure they had dungeons. And we're gonna put Esau in a dungeon, bro. We're gonna put him down. It's gonna be dark. It's gonna be wet and damp with mold and shit growing on in the the moss and shit on the rocks with the rats and the fleas. You know what I mean? Throw some snakes down there with him. A couple raccoons. What? Yeah, we're gonna sprinkle some bed bugs on him. He got a bed bug shaker, a bed bug gun. Hey, but we're gonna torture this devil, man. When the Lord gives us that power. All right.
Yeah. Since you said that, this is
Oh, Esau gonna have his beard too, because you know, in the kingdom everybody's gonna have a beard. So he's throwing crabs and bed bugs in his, fighting in his beard with lice.
Oh shit, man. Which is well deserved. All right, let's just put that out there. It's well deserved. All right, the scriptures say, recompense tribulation unto them that trouble you. All right, you wasn't regarding us when you was castrating us, fucking chiseling our teeth out to eat that swine and slop and shit that you was feeding us, man. You know what I'm saying? Raping men. You on YouTube. You nasty ass devils, man. Raping men.
They still doing it.
Yeah. Touching little boys and shit, man.
Down there on the Epstein Island. What is Epstein? What's his nationality? Who's gonna get the video deleted? Well, what's his people? Where do they come from?
I got this precept, Isaiah 24. I'm gonna read up a little bit since we talking about off camera, just real quick, because you said something about Iran. Real quick, what did you say about it?
How they missiles can reach the Western Hemisphere.
Oh yeah, Iran. Did we say that in the video?
Oh,
yeah, because Iran. We posted an article in the Telegram. Iran has some. They're deploying missile systems in South America.
Let me just read it real quick.
Central America too, right?
Yeah. Let me just read it real quick. It says, this is from the World War III Alert Telegram. Subscribe to the Telegram, man. It says, Iran intends to bring the war to the U.S. Joseph Hammer, an analyst of the Heritage Foundation, says that Iran intends to bring the war to the U.S. The weapons of the Islamic Republic of Iran have reached the Western Hemisphere. Venezuela and Bolivia are equipped with missiles and drones. Nicaragua, Cuba, and even Brazil cooperate with Iran, and Iran is establishing a permanent military presence in Latin America.
Yes, and look, it said drones. The key, if y'all been watching any Ukraine-Russia war footage, the main thing they're using is drones. But Iran has the best drones in the world. They have the suicide drones. Okay, and they're hard to detect with they're not attached to any kind of GPS. It's hard to explain. You can look into it. Go look, do some research. They're pretty much the best drones, suicide drones on the planet. They could just launch a swarm of drones at your ass, bro. They could terrorize a whole goddamn United States city with them drones, man. So Iran is not playing. Iran is not some kind of backwoods.
Yep, Joel, the 3rd chapter. Let the weak say I am strong.
Yeah.
This is all going into prophecy, man. That 3rd woe, which all those missiles is going to be geared to this place right here, America. All right, Babylon the Great in the scriptures, man.
You know, Russia has been buying a lot of them drones from Iran. They've been using them a lot in Ukraine, and they work beautifully.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
This goes into the war, and it goes into how Esau can be put into the pit after the fact. Isaiah 24, I'm gonna start at 20, says the earth shall reel to and fro like a drunkard.
Yeah, this one gets hit. It's gonna wobble. This shit gonna be wobbling.
It says
It was a boing. You know, from all the missiles.
Right. What else would make the world rock like that? It would make sense. All those missiles hitting ground zero. What's in the scriptures? 200.
Yeah.
200 million missiles, man.
It's probably gonna cause a big old frequency, like when you hit a
You're not
gong.
even gonna be able to stand up.
You know when you hit a gong and it's like everything just shaking and wobbling.
It's gonna be crazy, man. That's why we gotta. North will be up in them chairs. It's the only way you're gonna be able to escape.
Yeah.
How much money you got? What you got saved up? Nothing, man. None of that shit's gonna matter, man.
Can't buy no ticket. It's like, what's that one movie they was getting on the ark and they had to have the tickets?
yeah, what was that? Tomorrow, whatever the fuck.
Oh, that was that day after tomorrow? No, that was something else. Yeah, it was 2012. It ain't gonna be no
man.
tickets.
Ain't gonna be it, man. Ain't no gonna be.
You gotta have the special ticket, man.
And it's beautiful too because, like, that scripture in Judith, you know what I mean, that we bring out a lot, where it says that God is the God of the forlorn and the poor and afflicted.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because what if the Lord was the God of money and all that bullshit? You know what I mean? Esau was he's winning right now. So then when the shit hits the fan, he gonna win again.
It says he's the savior of them that are without hope.
Yeah. So that's beautiful because the Lord gonna remove all that shit. So then now ain't gonna be how much money you have. Esau, because he's the richest nigga on the planet, but really he ain't gonna be saved. You know what I mean? But
all the elites, they're gonna be rounded up. They'll be spared. They'll be saved so they can be safely placed into slavery. You know?
It says, it shall be removed like a cottage, and the transgression thereof shall be heavy upon it, and it shall fall and not rise again. And it comes to pass, and it shall come to pass in that day that Yahweh shall punish the host of the high ones that are on high. That's
Esau. Go ahead.
That's something that everybody, literally, of course, the Lord only hear all cry, of course, but all the earth is crying, even the other nations, the birds, the trees, all that shit. Everybody's crying for judgment, for justice, because this nigga Esau Edom mainly is doing all this bullshit and nothing's happening to him. But the Lord is going to arise to the occasion and destroy him. It says, let me see. And Yahweh shall punish the host of the high ones that are on high, and the kings of the earth upon the earth, and they shall be gathered together as prisoners are gathered in a pit, and shall be shut up into prison, and after many days shall be visited.
Yep. Well, it's going to kingdom because Esau is going to go into slavery for 1,000 years. Then after 1,000 years, pursuant to Obadiah 18, all the Edomites are going to be gathered together. They're going to be thrown in a pit, and they're going to be burned with fire. Okay, you should just get that. Get Obadiah 18. We ain't got that in a minute, have we?
Alright, so real quick, if I may. This is Ezekiel 35 and 5. This whole chapter fire, but I'm going to just get to the point. It says, because thou hast had a perpetual hatred and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity is. whether it be physically killing us or slowly killing us. We use food and all that shit as a weapon of destruction with the GMOs and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? Interest and
The jump shot.
all that shit. You know
The plan, the scamdemic.
just every which way you turn, man. It's death here, it's death there. You know what I'm saying? That's why the scriptures talk about being circumspect, man. You know, because this, man, we say be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, come down as a roaring lion, all right, to devour you. That's real, you know. This devil trying to get you in every which way, all right. He trying to have you, you know what I'm saying, just flat out fucked up and broke. That shit drives people crazy, man. You know what I'm saying? That's why you be having out here all bugged out, all you know what I'm saying? Yeah, homeless and all bugged out down the street.
They end up homeless, because
life is just fucking hard.
the world drove them insane.
Think about how many people who was up here and just shot all the way down here. How, you know what I'm saying?
Just gave up. That's what Esau wants you to do, is to give up.
Right.
That movie, The Joker, that nigga went crazy. You know what I mean? Then you seen at the end how he was going against the higher ups and shit. And pretty much, you know, it was a message to it. He was literally bugging out. Yeah. You know?
I still ain't seen it.
What?
That movie.
I do need to watch it, bro.
You going on?
I'm going off.
Over there,
Joaquin Phoenix. Oh, he played Napoleon, bro. I gotta see Napoleon.
I gotta see that.
That shit,
I gotta see that. I
But
gotta study
yeah,
that.
and it's crazy because you know you look at Joker like he the villain, he just crazy. Which I ain't into the comics on him, but how that movie portrayed it,
Yeah.
pretty much a man who was just fed up with society and the corruption of society, you know. And you know what I'm saying, it just drove him insane, pretty much, like shit. And that's how it be having us, but we gotta be patient, man. The scriptures talk about being patient. All right, we gotta let Yahweh Shai rise up to the occasion, like the brother said, man, and handle the business, because he's going to handle the business. Revelation the 19th chapter, Isaiah the 63rd chapter, man. Okay.
Oh,
You still got that? Oh yeah, hold on.
I thought you
A little more.
Hey, you gonna see a lot more people snapping, man. Hey, we going into the election shit. They trying to indict Trump. Well, they already did indict. He got he's fighting 4 different cases.
He about to take his pictures and shit?
Yeah.
Whatever.
So what they gonna do? They lock this fool up and he can't run for president.
His mugshot.
Man, some crazy shit could happen because he could have generals and stuff with whole units to start supporting him. And there could be a whole blown out civil war.
Man,
Maybe I'm being too optimistic, but
the way this thing can jump off, it could go any which way.
yeah, they could just start calling people. Well, they already call us terrorists. If you don't agree with the government, you're a terrorist. But they could really start labeling anybody terrorist. Any dissenting voices, you know.
See, that's it's a lot.
And the vocab balloons like I got a list of all of them.
I'm in the spirit.
You know.
That's why it's like, bro, what the fuck do we have to live for here, man? You know what I'm saying? What are you niggas trying to hold on to in this life? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Really just the lust of the flesh, so they could get high, they could listen to Glorilla and Sexy Reds and all that shit, man. Fuck that shit, man. Y'all doing all this shit, put all this time and energy in the bullshit, and you're still fucked up, man. I tell you, brothers, I always tell myself, I'm tired of losing. I'm tired of worrying. I'm tired of having to keep up. You know what I'm saying? I'll be tired of that shit. I'm young. I'm 23. You know what I'm saying? But life is so motherfucking hard. You know, of course, we Israelites, so we don't get through anything through the spirit of Yahweh outside. But hey, it's like King David, how long, O Lord? You know what I'm saying? So,
They take that name in vain, yeah. Hey, we gonna start walking back? Yeah, that's that's the perfect scripture, man.
Jake tired of being tired, man. We wake up literally every morning with the same shit. Like, man, come on, I'm tired. I don't want to work.
Y'all still young, bro. Wait till you get some.
Shit, hopefully Jake gonna get.
Yeah.
Elder bro, Adama, he's like, I'm 50 now. He's like, man, I can't see myself being 70 years old in this place, man. You know what I'm saying?
That's just depressing, man.
Just think of that, man.
Yeah, I get mad as fuck every time I gotta pay insurance. Anytime, you know, I gotta pay this bullshit at you. It's just you just getting we getting robbed left and right, man.
Alright, this is Psalm 13 at the top. It says, how long wilt thou forget me, O Lord, forever?
Yeah, because we feel like, bro, you feel like the Lord don't even care about you, bro.
Like, you can see David right.
He's like,
because when you say it like that, like forever, like he being a little,
if you be feeling,
smart.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Or he feeling hopeless,
Yeah.
you know?
Fuck that. It says, how long wilt thou hide thy face from me?
Because that's what, you know, some people get weak and then, you know, they lose faith. I mean, the Lord's on his time, bro. You gotta be patient. Hey, that's the hardest thing in the truth out of anything is what? Patience, bro. What does it mean? Doesn't that mean to suffer?
Or endure.
So yeah, so that's what we dealing with. This whole thing is about patience, bro. That's the hardest thing, man. A lot of dudes they lose patience.
Yeah, but hey, that's, you know, luckily the Lord put the spirit on our apostles and elders and men, you know what I'm saying, before us that set that standard. You know what I'm saying? Who've been in this thing 30, 20.
Yeah. So you know they
10,
catching all
15,
kind of
yeah,
hell.
Yeah, man.
You know their lives. We think our lives is trash. Their lives is trash.
For young brothers like myself, give me faith, like, shit, man, you know what I'm saying? I can't be no bitch, you know? These brothers who've been in this thing, man, holding it down. They was planning on getting delivered 20-some years ago,
Ah,
you know?
yeah, it's all about patience.
Verse 2, it says, how long shall I take counsel in my soul, having sorrow in my heart daily? How long shall my enemy be exalted over me?
Yeah. How long? Like sometimes you be like, you just yell. It's like, bro, yeah. Read that. What did it say? How long will my enemies be exalted over me? We got these wicked, evil people ruling over us. Like I posted that thing in the Telegram. Do you see about the Molech?
Yeah.
These some bitches actually got caught worshiping Molech in the Bohemian Grove. Told everybody we was just goofing off, and you know, no big deal. They worship Satan. He got this whole thing with the Jeffrey Epstein Island, you know, raping children, but everything's okay, you know. But that's who we got ruling over us. Bill Gates, little creepy ass, releasing mosquitoes on people, laughing.
Right, Biden, the child nibbler.
Yeah, sniffing at little children. Yeah, he's a nibbler.
He's Pennywise the clown.
Pennywise.
Children, man.
Yeah, that's your boy Tiberius.
Man, that nigga gotta be Tiberius, bro.
Yeah, you got actually we got a pedophile president with a crack smoking son. Bro, that shit
That
crazy.
just shows you the power of the Lord, for real, because here it is, we the Lord's chosen people. And the Lord took us all the way up here and just dropped us, you know what I'm saying? Dropped us all the way down to the bottom.
We got these some bitches rolling over us.
And Esau was all the way down here, right? And this nigga all the way where we supposed to be.
Right, the vilest creature on the earth, man, is ruling over us. And plus with the small hats, they're the secret puppet masters back in the background. Did you know all of Biden's cabinet, they're all small hats.
Verse 3 says, consider and hear me, O Lord, my God, lighten mine eyes, lest I sleep the sleep of death, lest mine enemy say I have prevailed against him, and those that trouble me rejoice when I am moved. But I have trusted in thy mercy, my heart shall rejoice in thy salvation. I will sing unto the Lord because he hath dealt bountifully with me.
Yeah. So he's dealing bountifully with us. First of all, we got this knowledge. Yeah, I don't know if y'all noticed, but we kind of be knowing way more stuff about everything than everybody else in the world. Okay. The people of the world, they really are like NPCs to us, man. You know, there's nothing going on upstairs. It's like they're not even fully operational humans, you know?
I gotta I'm gonna read Psalm 71, run it. I'm gonna skip down the board. In thee, O Yahweh, do I put my trust. Let me never be put to confusion. And real quick, because we were speaking about the Hebrew earlier, we read this in the English, it just says confusion, right? But if you look up in the Hebrew, it says don't lead me into confusion, and it says forever. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know why I didn't add it, but
Really?
but that's beautiful because you just read the Psalm 13 where it says, "How long you gonna forget me forever?" So we praying to the Lord that we not in this state, you know, forever and ever. We just through the lowest and just like you. I remember there's a little article thing that said so-called Black Latinos is like 200 years behind Esau when it comes with money. You know what I'm saying? So it's like no way we can actually catch up to this nigga. You know what I'm saying? So no matter what we do, but we're not gonna be in this situation forever. But let me go to verse.
Hey, no empire lasts forever though. No rulership ever lasts forever.
Wicked rulership.
That don't happen. Okay, so we're at the end of this age. We're going into a new age.
Look at that.
Read verse 4.
He's weirdo. He's a punk rocker.
You look like
A gender.
It's real.
True. It says that deliver me, oh my God, out of the hand of the wicked, out of the hand of the unrighteous and cruel man.
Right, we in his hands right now. We're under his laws and his system. Okay.
Yeah. Let me read 13 too, and that's the last one in this one. 14 too. But let them be confounded and consumed that are adversaries to my soul. Let them be covered with reproach and dishonor that seek my hurt. But I will hope continually, you know, like the scripture says, to endure. How's it go? Sirach 2. Fuck. You know what I'm talking about? To endure constantly. Something like that. You know what I'm talking about?
Would endure hardness as a good soldier?
No,
that's
Sirach 2. We said constantly endure. There you go.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Oh, yeah. Acceptable men in the furnace of adversity.
Yeah. All right, it says, but I will hope continually and would yet praise thee more and more. So even, you know, we go through little bullshit, little setbacks and shit out of nowhere. You know what I mean? The Lord, we still gonna praise the Lord even more. That just makes us give us a new idea to make a video, you know, or to pray more. You know what I mean? To get into the songs. Like when that situation, I was telling y'all before, you know, off camera, that situation happened. That encouraged me to get up straight up in the morning and start writing down some Hebrew because the Psalms got a lot of prayers in it. So that just put me more in the spirit. You know what I'm saying? So hey, no matter what, Jacob, no matter what, just like our forefather, he gonna push through and prevail. He wrestled with an angel, you know.
Mess his leg up.
Yep. And then he slept on a rock. You know what I mean? He lay his head on a stone. You know what I mean? So Jake broke. This nigga is through. The scripture says you contrite spirit, which means you pretty much broken. It don't matter. He's still gonna prevail. You know what I'm saying? No matter what.
Daniel went to slavery, became the president.
Hey.
Yeah, Joseph, you know what I'm saying? He was all hemmed up and then became.
The Pharaoh, pretty much.
Yeah.
The Pharaoh was like, I ain't got to do nothing. This guy is so good. I'm just going to chill.
Yeah.
Hey, Joseph, you in control. He over there just living. You know, what was he doing?
Yeah.
Yeah, Joseph was the one, you know, who made Egypt rich.
Yeah.
I got to sum up real quick. I don't know if y'all still trying to keep going, but this is...
Oh, you get a little something.
This is 2 Ezra 6. Let's start at 7. It says, Then answered I and said, What shall be the parting asunder of the times? Or when shall be the end of the first and the beginning of it that followeth?
Right, it's talking about the different ages. Where, you know, because what's the beginning of it that followeth? It's talking about the kingdom. All right, that's what we're talking about.
And he said unto me, From Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born of
Let's hit
him.
this shade. We'll finish up over here.
It says, Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau, for Esau is the end of the world,
The end. Esau is the end of the world. Go ahead.
and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth.
Right. So that proves the Edomites are still here today because they're the end of the world. We getting close to the end of this world.
And that's prophecy. And that word world right there, this is an apocryphal, but that should be eon. Alright?
Yeah.
This is pretty much the end of an age. Alright, because you go into the word world in the Greek, it's a few different definitions. You got what? Eon, cosmos,
Oikoumene.
Oikoumene,
Yeah.
which means the whole habitation of the earth. Okay? And you got cosmos.
Yeah. So right. So when it says the end of the world, that's the end of an age. All right. an eon. So that because the scriptures, the prophecy's always been about Jacob versus Esau. Did you already read all that? Did you read the part where talking about it? Grab the hill.
That's next. Verse 10. It says, "The hand of man is betwixt the heel and the hand. Other question Ezra asked thou not."
Right, because people, you read Genesis 25 and 25, and it goes into the birth of Jacob and Esau, and people would wonder, what does it symbolize when it said Esau was born first, but Jacob came out second, but he was holding on to Esau's heel, so he came out holding on. So what that symbolizes something, right?
Just read it real quick.
Yeah.
Genesis 25, 26. And I'm reading 25. "And the first came out red all over like a hairy garment, and they called his name Esau. And after that came his brother out, and his hand took hold on Esau's heel, and his name was called Jacob."
But it didn't explain it, what it meant, right?
Right.
You would have to know the meaning, or you'd have to read the Apocrypha. The Apocrypha breaks it down and tells you what this means.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what Christians, they don't, Protestants, a lot of Protestants, they don't want you to use the Apocrypha. But that's there to help you, man. That was breaking scriptures down for you. So read that.
It says, "And after that came his brother out, and his hand took hold on Esau's heel, and his name was called Jacob, and Isaac was 80 years old when she bare. I'm sorry, and Isaac was 80 years old when she buried them." Yeah, just talking about his wife.
Yeah. Yeah, go back to that Apocrypha.
Verse 10 or verse 9.
The part where it break it down.
All right, this is on 2 Ezra 6:9. "For Esau is the end of the world.
Esau's the end of this world. All right. Go ahead.
And Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth."
That's the kingdom of heaven. That's when the Lord come back, establishes his kingdom. So Jacob's the beginning of it that followeth it.
All right, because our Lord, Yahweh Shai, is the Israelite as well. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. He was the first Israelite.
It says the hand.
Why I say that? Because he was created before all of us.
It says the hand of man is betwixt the heel and the hand. Other question Ezra asked thou not. Yeah.
Keep going on that.
Verse 11. "I answered then and said, O Lord, that bearest rule, if I have found favor in thy sight, I beseech thee, serving thy servant."
Oh, never mind.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Yeah.
You already read that part, didn't you? I thought there was a part where it said his hand held his heel.
It says that the hand of man is betwixt the heel.
Oh yeah. Okay, I'm slack here. Yeah, so that broke down Genesis 25. Yeah, nah, it's that old. It's actually Middle English. Hand betwixt. So it told you, Jacob holding Esau's heel represented that Esau was going to rule first, but Jacob was the beginning of it that followeth it. So that's what's going to happen. You're going into slavery. He's going to be our servants.
We can't wait.
Because we tired of working. It's your turn to work.
We gonna work, boy. I'm concrete.
Yeah.
With
Yeah, we're doing concrete.
no shoes on, so his ass can get concrete burned.
Could you imagine one of the small hats doing concrete? None of them they'd never do no work. You ever see them out there doing some work? Wiring up a house, doing plumbing?
Not no real Edomite.
All they know how to do is use a calculator.
There may be some Edomites who really, you know what I'm saying? But usually they probably big.
I was talking about the small hats though. Yeah.
Oh, hell no. Put it down.
Yeah. They open a bank, insurance agent, or, making your favorite Hollywood movie.
All right. Let's do that. Let's do Amish folks.
Oh, them some bitches are some hard workers, man.
Amish motherfuckers, they build a fucking barn in a day.
Now, I know the Amish, you know where they come from? The Amish, I believe they come from Switzerland. You had something in Switzerland called the Anabaptists. They're called Anabaptists. When they came to America, they started splintering off into different groups. You got like the Amish, the Mennonites, and even the Baptist church came up out of that. Mm-hmm. Okay? I believe so. But they fled Europe because they was being persecuted because of their beliefs. I think that wasn't a Calvinist was even persecuting. That Calvinists are assholes, man. Like Vocab Malone's a Calvinist. You know, they're known for persecuting people. Well, Catholic Church too. So they, yeah, a lot, because you had a lot of Christians came to America fleeing religious persecution. Because everybody, you know, back in them days, people would put you to death if you taught the wrong thing because they didn't like it. But they got Amish country. My mom always going up. She always coming back with that good cheese. They got that good cheese. Yeah, they
out there one time at this fucking Amish hotel, some nice as hell. The food in the room and shit. But yeah, all around there, they got fucking riding horses and wagon and shit.
They got a lot of stores. You know, you can buy fresh milk with no antibiotics in it. The good, man, that cheese is so delicious. Shout out to the Amish for making that good cheese. That smoked cheddar, what they got? They got all the cheddars and the Swiss cheese. You know what I mean? Because it's hard to find good cheese, man. So we had some lingering. We about to end it. Y'all got anything else? Hey, that's a tip, though. You want to? Hey, I think they said there's more Amish in Ohio than anywhere else in the United States. And it's right up north somewhere.
Far north, like headed towards like Ashland.
There's a
Tri-Pack, Delaware.
Yeah. They all over the place. So if y'all want to get that good cheese, you're gonna have to come to Ohio.
We stand at your ass.
Hey, we about to get up off of here, man. Hey, we're gonna give all praises unto Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakak Wadash. Say Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shai, Barakatha Rakak Wadash, baby. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah.